Welcome back to QuickReadVault. Today, we are stepping inside the polished, white marble hallways of a home that hides a very dark secret. We're diving into the global phenomenon, The Housemaid by Freida McFadden. If you love psychological thrillers where you can't trust a single soul, you're in the right place. Our story follows Millie Calloway. Millie is desperate. She's been living out of her car, she has a criminal record she's trying to hide. And she's down to her last few dollars. When she gets offered a job as a live-in housemaid for the wealthy Winchester family, it feels like a miracle. But as the book tells us right from the start, if I leave this house, it will be in handcuffs. Millie arrives at the massive, beautiful estate of Nina and Andrew Winchester. On the outside, it's perfect. Andrew is handsome, kind, and incredibly wealthy. Nina, however, is a different story. From day one, Nina is erratic. She's messy. She intentionally ruins the floors Millie just scrubbed. She treats Millie like dirt, then turns around and acts like her best friend. One moment she's a refined socialite, and the next, she's screaming about a sandwich. But the most unsettling part of the job? Millie's room. It's a tiny, cramped space in the attic. And the most chilling detail? The door only locks from the outside. Millie tries to ignore the red flags. She needs the money. She needs the roof over her head. She tells herself, I can do this. I've survived worse things than a difficult boss. As the weeks go by, Millie finds herself drawn to Andrew. He seems like a victim of his wife's insanity. He's gentle, he's apologetic for Nina's behavior, and slowly, a forbidden spark begins to grow between the housemaid and the master of the house. The tension in the Winchester house becomes suffocating. Nina's behavior gets more and more unhinged. She starts accusing Millie of things she didn't do. She tries to get Millie fired, then begs her to stay. Meanwhile, Millie and Andrew begin a secret affair. Andrew tells Millie that Nina is mentally ill, that she's dangerous and that he's only staying with her for the sake of their daughter, Cecilia. Millie falls for it. Hook, line, and sinker. She thinks she's the hero of the story. She thinks she's going to save Andrew from his crazy wife. But here is where Freida McFadden flips the table. As readers, we start to wonder, is Nina really the villain? Or is she trying to tell Millie something? There's a quote in the book that haunts the narrative. You don't know what goes on behind closed doors. One day, Millie finds Nina's old journals. And that is when the floor falls out from under her. We find out that Nina isn't the one who is crazy. Nina is a survivor. The journals reveal a horrifying truth. Andrew Winchester is a monster. He is a sadistic sociopath who enjoys torturing women. He keeps them locked in that attic room, the room with the lock on the outside. Everything Nina did, the messiness, the weird behavior, the attempts to get Millie fired, wasn't because she was mean. It was because she was trying to save Millie. She was trying to make the job so unbearable that Millie would quit and run away before Andrew could trap her. Now, Millie is the one trapped. Andrew realizes Millie knows the truth, and he locks her in that attic room. He intends to do to Millie what he has done to others before. He thinks he has won. But Andrew made one big mistake. He didn't realize that Millie has a dark past of her own. As Millie says, I'm not the victim he thinks I am. The final act of the book is a masterclass in revenge. Millie and Nina. The two women Andrew thought he had successfully turned against each other team up. Nina didn't just leave. She stayed to make sure Andrew got exactly what he deserved. In a stunning reversal, Millie manages to overpower Andrew and locks him in the attic room. The very room he used as a prison becomes his own. The ending of the book is cold, calculated, and incredibly satisfying. The police arrive. But because of Millie's careful planning and Nina's testimony, the truth of Andrew's cruelty is exposed, and the women are shielded from the consequences of their self-defense. The book closes with Millie moving on to a new job, for another family where a wife seems to be in trouble. Because as it turns out, Millie Calloway has found a new calling. The Housemaid is a story about assumptions. It teaches us that the person who looks like the villain might be the victim, and the perfect husband might be a nightmare in disguise. If you enjoyed this summary, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to QuickReadVault for more deep dives into your favorite thrillers. Welcome to the family, they said. But in this house, no one ever truly leaves. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next vault.